Alright, what's going on, guys? So we are still here in Marco Island. In the last video, if you watched that, we got a bunch of what I believe were long-nosed killifish, but there should be a pretty good population of Gulf killifish in this area as well. I'm actually really surprised I didn't find any in my last video, but before we make the drive back to the Atlantic side of Florida, we're going to try one more time here to catch some Gulf killifish. So I walked in that direction in my last video, and we got no Gulf killifish. So in this video, we're going to walk over in this direction, and we'll see what we can find over that way. So let's give it a shot, and let's see what happens. Alright, we're going to start out in this somewhat secluded, oh, there's some fish. I'm going to say somewhat secluded, somewhat isolated back area. Where'd those fish go? Most of the water is over on the other side of these mangroves. They're not mangroves. Are they mangroves? I don't know. Most of the water is over on the other side of this thing here, but there are some fish right there that don't want to bite. Don't know what those are, though. Got him. Oh, that's why these guys weren't biting. Alright, new species for the day, not what we were targeting, but let's get this guy in the photo tank. Alright, so I've seen a handful of these throughout the day. I didn't think that's what these guys were here, but I guess I just couldn't see them very well. This is going to be a sheepshead minnow, I believe, or gold-spotted killifish. I think this is a sheepshead minnow. It's a pupfish species. I have not caught too many of these in my life. I only caught them ever in 3 different spots. One spot I caught plenty of them in, but usually whenever I see these guys, which is not a lot, I don't catch too many of them. Is it a sheepshead or a gold-spotted killie? I'm not sure. I'll figure it out later. Either way, it's not the species we were going after. So let's get them back and let's keep going. Got him. Now this is still not exactly what we're going after, but closer. Alright, so we got a lot of these guys in the last video, so I'm not going to put this guy in the photo tank. But there is what I believe is a long-nosed killifish. Check the last video if you want to see close-ups of these guys in the water. But let's get him back. It's not the Gulf killifish we were after, but it's closer. At least we're on the right track. Got him. Is this, oh, this might be it. This might be it. Let's get this guy in the tank. Alright, so I think this is going to be a very bland colored Gulf killifish, but I'm not positive at all because it doesn't really look like a Gulf killifish, which is why I think it might be just like a really bland one, but I really do not know. So hopefully we can find out later. Doesn't look like a Gulf killie, but I don't know what else would be in here that looks like this. So hopefully it's just a really bland colored one. The water here is really hot. I'm talking like well into the 90s hot. So maybe some of these colors are getting washed out on these fish. That's why it looks like that. I'm not sure. I hope that's a Gulf killie. Either way though, let's keep fishing. Maybe we can find a Gulf killie that looks like an actual Gulf killie. Got him. What is this? See, this is going to be a striped killie, or a long-nosed killie, and it looks different. Alright, we're going to skip the photo tank, but not only is the coloration and pattern different, the proportions are different. These guys are, at least they appear to be, skinnier and longer. Is that rain? Is it about to rain here, even though it's sunny? It sounds like it's raining over there. Anyway, the proportions are different, the coloration's different. So this is definitely, it is gonna rain. That is rain. Look, it is raining. Well, there is Florida for you in the summertime. It is sunny and it is raining, and it's actually even raining pretty heavily. It's not just a little drizzle. Well, we're gonna keep fishing, but this rain came out of nowhere and the sun is still shining. Clearly, I am now home. So what ended up happening is that storm got worse and worse for about maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I just kind of stayed out there fishing, thinking it would pass. It was still pretty sunny overhead, but kind of out in the distance, it was kind of dark and cloudy and stormy looking. And then after those 5 or 10 minutes, it didn't pass, it just got worse and worse. So I headed back to the car, and it rained for probably another like 20, 30 minutes after that, and it stayed pretty sunny the entire time, so it was really weird. But I guess that's South Florida for you in the summer or late summertime. And then after that, I didn't really want to fish anymore. I was all wet and soaked. The water, I'm sure by that point would have been all murky and muddy and cloudy. Would have made fishing really difficult. So unfortunately, that was about it. Just headed home. This wasn't a great session, but we still got one new species for the life list in that Gulf killifish. At least I'm like very confident it's a Gulf killifish. I'm not exactly sure what else it would be. It doesn't look like a traditional Gulf killifish. Like the colors are a little bit off. They're a lot lighter, but I think that might just be because it was on a very like white sand background, and fish a lot of times will blend into their background. So if you catch a fish in like really clear water on a light background, light sand, they'll be a little bit lighter. If you catch a fish out of like darker stained water on a darker background, let's say it's muddy or something like that, they'll usually be a little bit darker. So I think it was kind of not traditionally colored, mainly because of that. So I'll do a little bit more research, but I'm pretty sure that it was a Gulf killifish. I am surprised though that we only got one. I was really sure that this spot on Marco Island would have had a ton of Gulf killifish with some long-nosed killifish mixed in. I thought the Gulf killifish would have been the primary species found there, and that just wasn't the case. I guess that you could say I was kind of pleasantly surprised because I thought the long-nosed killifish would have been a lot harder to find, a lot rarer, and it was super abundant in this spot. Not really just like this spot in general, but that entire area. If you watch the video that came out before this one, I spent the kind of the morning session in that same kind of area fishing, just some other spots, and there were tons and tons and tons of long-nosed killifish. So yeah, lots of long-nosed killifish. We got a Gulf killifish. We got one other species, whatever it was that gold spotted killifish, I think, or whatever. But yeah, not a great day, not a terrible day, but I am still happy that there are several new species to be caught in South Florida that I've never caught before. That just means I got to get out there and fish some more and catch some more new species locally instead of just flying across the world all the time to get some new species. There's still plenty of species here close to home to be caught. So, yeah, that's going to do it. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next time.